back, family. Here we are for Bad Batch. What episode are we up to? 9?
9. That was fast.
We got a double shot last week, and it's been a couple weeks since we've done any real recordings and reaction videos because of health issues, but we're trying to get back into it. We're still, not 100%, but, we want to do this. And what really sucked last week was you were sick.
Hmm.
I couldn't, I looked like I had two giant sausages in my hands. and on my arms rather. I couldn't hold a phone, I couldn't type, I couldn't do anything. And the two best episodes of Bad Batch came out back to back.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I was watching it like, you've got to be kidding me. This is the one we're not reacting to. Oh man.
Oh,
So
well.
first we had the episode which had no Bad Batch in it. Episode 7.
Oh, yeah. That's
Well,
true.
it's funny because the two best episodes that before 8 were the one that only had Crosshair in it and Cody, and episode 7. And I'm like, this is getting like Book of Boba Fett, where the best episodes don't have the title character.
Yeah.
And then episode 8 came, and episode 8 nailed it. Great music, great artistry in it, great tension, and such a great twist at the end where there we go. Mr. Ian McDermott himself. That's who I love. That's who I
Oh,
love.
yeah.
Mr. Ian McDermott comes up out of the floor after hearing the alarm. I'm like, fire alarm? What do we got here?
Yeah, I was like, oh, so they do have like an order type thing.
And he comes up, and it is Ian McDermott himself, and he spins it. They expose the fact that the Empire destroyed Camino, and he spins it into the clones were responsible, and we need to have our own Imperial stormtroopers. And every Star Wars fan goes, "Wow!" So that's how they made the transition from clone troopers to stormtroopers. Oh my God. Which now every clone trooper has been worried about this vote for quite a while. Now they know they're being replaced. They know they're going to be put out of commission. They're going to have no pension plan or anything else, which is why you did see that one guy in Obi-Wan, the clone trooper that was leaning against the wall, like help an old soldier out, like a homeless person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to get really, really ugly between the clone troopers and the stormtroopers. And I don't know if we're going to get such a great episode again right now, because now we're back into another 8. But they had little things which, what do you call it? Where they ejected with the escape pods, and Tech is flying the dang thing. I'm like, oh, so he learned this from pod racing.
Mm, yeah. Little
Yeah, they took
callbacks.
those, yeah, the stupid little things that were only from filler episodes.
We talked about that. We were like, these episodes are kind of, but if there's some payoff from them, then cool.
Right. And it was a quick little scene, a little blurb, and it make the entire episode worth it? No, but it was cute and I liked it. Um, but now they know that they are losing. The Emperor is 3 steps ahead of them, as Hunter said. Um,
Yeah.
I said Echo before. Tech is the one that flew. Echo is now leaving the Bad Batch to go with
Rex.
Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they say there are more troopers that need help. So I don't know if how much of a side story we're going to see. I would love to see a spin-off series, honestly.
Rex and friends.
um, and what do you call it? And Omega was really upset because she didn't know. The other 3 guys were like, "Oh, take care of yourself. We discussed it. You didn't tell her yet."
Yep.
And is she or is she not force sensitive? She was trying to,
Oh,
what do you
meditate.
call it? Yeah, meditate like Gungi, however it's pronounced. I don't even remember which one is correct now.
Yeah.
Um, Showed her, but it didn't seem to work for her as it did for him.
But it still
But
feels good, she says.
right. But also there have been times where she's like, something's not right. I feel something's going on in that other room where nobody, the other clone troopers, the Bad Batch did not notice.
Mm.
Now, is this because her hearing is better? She's got women's intuition, or maybe she is just completely untrained force sensitive. I mean, even the Mandalorians had a Jedi at one point. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a Jedi clone?
Yeah, stranger things have happened.
And then would Order 66 cause her to shoot herself in the head? Anyway, I don't know.
I think the Bad Batch are safe.
Yeah, I guarantee she. Yeah, yeah. I don't think that she has the chip in her. I'm pretty sure they would have taken that out of her.
Yeah.
But I am so back to full force, excited about this, knowing we're also 2 weeks away from the Mandalorian.
That's going to be fun.
Oh God, I want to get up early in the morning and watch that. So this way in the afternoon, I'm only watching reaction videos. And I cannot take the day off because everything that's gone on with this, I'm completely out of every sick day, vacation day, personal day, uh, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But I am ready to roll, and I'm talked so much. Is there anything that you want to say? I'm sorry for hogging all the time.
no, this is your baby. It's, it's, I'm enjoying it, you know? I
Yeah.
tangentially enjoyed Bad Batch, but I've gotten into it now that we've been watching it, so it's been good. And um, what do we get? 16 episodes? Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. And I think the last two is another double shot.
I'm curious to see where they go with this, man, because I don't see where it ends.
I see right now that they're going to take a step back from the intensity, like even a major step back from the intensity. Less governmental procedure, less politics,
Hmm.
and maybe just try to find out what's going on with the Bad Batch themselves. Maybe something with Sid, and how
Yes, it.
what do you call it? Omega is dealing with the loss of Echo, because if they try to keep this intensity for another 8 episodes, they got nowhere to go. They're gonna have to take a step back and then build it again for a grand finale.
Yep.
So that's where I feel about that.
Awesome. Well, shall we get into it?
Yes, please. Are we doing our 3, 2, 1 countdown?
Sure. Might as well.
Alrighty.
3, 2, 1, click.
I would say the music has been amazing in this series so far.
Yeah.
It's like every episode has its own musical theme.
Yep.
Excavate the site for ipsium. It is tremendously valuable when refined. However, in its raw state, the mineral is highly combustible.
Of course it is.
Like a primed thermal detonator. Drill into the fossilized quartz until you reach the active ipsium inside. But you must be precise. If the mineral becomes compromised during the retrieval.
Chain reaction explosion. Got it.
Something that might blow up. Let's send the kid.
Be very careful.
I know.
Spoken like a true teenager.
Engine course. The weather patterns on this planet are most irregular. We have what we came for. Let's get back to Ord Mantell.
Yeah, let's just drop it again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did we just discuss this?
What is it, Hunter?
Our ship.
Our ship is gone.
Yeah.
That sounds like our ship.
What's that?
Stampede.
Run.
You're all chasing Simba.
Scar.
Brother!
Brother.
This squad existed before Echo was a part of it, and it will exist after. What is your issue?
She's not saying squad, she's saying family, man.
Omega.
I want to be alone.
Whoa!
Hang on!
I've had drills do that to me, man. That sucks.
Mhm. Twist out of your hand instead of.
Omega!
Okay. Oh.
Didn't even look, just jump. There you go. That's the problem.
We will figure out a solution, as we always do.
Everything is changing, and you don't even care.
I am not sure how I should care about change. It is a fundamental part of life.
He's
Echo left.
not an emotional
Why
guy.
doesn't that bother you?
Yeah, he seems to be on the spectrum, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I am aware that you miss him, but we have to adapt and move on. That is what soldiers do.
We're
No,
more than
good
that.
soldiers follow
We're
orders.
a family, aren't we?
Finally, she said it.
Well, yes. I may process moments and thoughts differently, but it does not mean that I feel any less than you.
There you go.
This is deep, man. I like this. Comedy relief. There comes Wrecker.
You got to.
You sent us on this mission.
Well, I didn't tell you to get your ship stolen, did I?
Said we need your help.
Just like we helped you regain control of your parlor from Roland Durand.
Seriously.
And when we cleared your sizable debt with
I
Milady.
didn't ask for recap goggles.
Come on. Don't be a standard
Alright.
Transdoshan.
Give me a few days and I'll see what I can do.
We don't have
Few
enough
days.
rations to last a few.
Yo.
What do we do now?
We'll figure it out, like we always do.
Right, Tick?
Do you think Sid was not helping because she just like I can't be bothered, or because there was somebody outside of transmission, the screen that was she was preoccupied with? She said, "I'm a bit tied up at the moment." What? With what?
Yeah.
Okay, so discussion.
Discussion begins. Wow. Good development there. And I think maybe we've got our first nod to the autism spectrum in Star Wars.
I agree with that. Yeah, because I know people that are autistic, and it was well done if that's where they're going.
Yes, and respectfully done.
Very,
with
yes.
the way they said, I may not respond to things the way you do, but it doesn't mean that I don't experience them like you do.
The way I've always looked at it is that I think they say like humankind uses 5% of their brain. Now you get somebody that's super smart in one arena. I've never thought that they're using 6 or 7%. I think they're still using the same 5%, but they're lacking in other areas. They're just different.
Just different wiring a little
4%.
bit.
Exactly, but the same percentage of the brain. So you may have somebody who's even a non-verbal autistic person, but we don't know what they see through their eyes, how they're processing things, and what's going on. That's why it is a mystery, a puzzle, as their logo shows.
Yeah.
It's not like their brain is not functioning the same percentage-wise or the same abilities that ours are. It's just different areas of the brain is functioning.
Yeah.
And that really shows kind of tech. Tech is like very super analytical.
Logical.
Yeah. And he lacks the emotional connections that I don't want to use the word normal because that's not right. The majority of people
There you go.
use. Yeah, I don't believe there is such thing as normal. So,
yeah.
Everybody's an individual, whether you like it or not. Tough.
Yeah. I agree.
But oh man, the episode itself though was very, very well done. And what I thought was really cool was the interaction with Sid at the end, which goes back to a couple episodes earlier in Faster when what was his name? Grinny Maligi, the guy that she owed the money to.
Oh, the big hulking dude.
Yeah, with the voice by Ernie Hudson. Said, "Don't trust Sid; she'll sell you out."
Yeah.
So, and she is a Transdoshan, even though she doesn't, fit the bill of what we physically think of. She is a Transdoshan, the Wookiee enemy.
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, is she now not caring about the Bad Batch? Are you can't do anything for me, or is something going on that was outside of the holographic image?
Yeah, I think that's a good possibility, like you said, because of her saying, I'm kind of wrapped up with something right now. I don't think that was just lip service.
And what is that something? Well, I'm playing a game of poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
I've never seen it, but I'm aware of it.
There's one scene where the guy goes takes a girl out to eat dinner, and to high school
It,
kids. They go out to dinner, and he forgets his wallet, so he calls his best friend to pick up his wallet. And the guy's just sitting there watching TV. He's like, "Oh man, I'm really busy right now. I ain't got time to
yeah.
uh, I got so much going on." So what's Sid actually doing? What's going on? Is she what we're worried about her being, or is she better than that? Has she become attached to at least Omega?
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I think the next episode is going to be them getting off this planet, which would be nice. And I think they're going to get their ship back, and we'll find out who that person was.
Yeah, they're not just gonna have the person steal it after showing him that many times. Because if we weren't gonna find out who they were, they would have just, I feel like, just shown the ship being stolen.
Right. And I don't think if it was one of the Martez sisters, I don't think that they would have just stolen their ship, because the Martez sisters work with Rex. So I think Rex would have been like, those guys are cool. Don't steal from them. Plus, she would have remembered them from the episode where they got the head of the whatever kind of droid, the tactical droid,
Mm.
and they said, "Look, take all the information, see what use it for what you can." They did her a solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
The older sister, the younger sister, she wouldn't have been that mean anyway. But that is not. It was not continuing the story of the clones or the politics, but it did continue and develop the story of the relationship of the remaining members of the Bad Batch.
Exactly. Yep.
And I really enjoyed this episode. I did.
Yeah, I did too. It was a good exploration of the remaining family and
Yes.
their feelings.
Good way of putting it. I don't know where we're going with the next episode. Well, other than them trying to get off of here, and I think we're at least 3 episodes away from seeing any more interaction with clones, clone troopers, stormtroopers, political agendas, Rex, Echo. I think it's going to be more geared towards them getting off this planet, finding out what's going on with Sid, either confronting her for being a biatch or rescuing her
A
again.
Bastitch. In the words of
Rescue her.
Good.
Yeah. I was going to say, rescuing her again from a problem that she got herself into.
Yeah, and then maybe holding her feet to the fire after that. A little bit more.
Well, it's kind of funny because, I mean, if Sid really is being this callous, then she gave them no respect for saving her bar or saving her life when she owed money.
Yep.
Bad Batch has gone out of their way, so she has no emotional connection or debt to them, just like Tech is showing no emotion towards the loss of Echo.
Yeah, but she's like, she gets irritable and shit. Unlike Tech, you know. Tech is like, this is not the most proficient situation we're in right now. And she's like, I can it and save power for the chess machines, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what Wrecker's there for. Go apologize to the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wrecker is definitely not working with a full deck as far as brain power. I'd like to know what his bonus is, but I'm still not counting out the idea that Omega may be force sensitive.
Yeah. We'll see.
Man, okay, did I jump the gun and say Kyber Crystal? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
When ifs and buts are candy and nuts, we'll all have a Merry Christmas.
Is that from like 1959 or something?
Maybe. I remember Phil Rizzuto saying it during a radio broadcast for the Yankees back in like the 90s. It was this long silence, and then his color commentator went, "What?" Oh man, good old days.
Yeah.
Which, for old people, not like you. All right, so you ready to wrap this up, sir?
Yes.
All right. Guys, thanks for joining yet again. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon at.
Patreon.com/Team Ohana.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at.
Team Ohana Family.
On Instagram. Don't forget to check out our podcasts.
Back Issue Book Club.
And whatever other book podcast we could try to throw up there, which we're trying to throw one up, which is not Back Issue Book Club too.
Yeah, but it'll be labeled under that. It'll be like a special.
Oh, okay. So we'll have the rainbow thing coming around and saying special presentation like the Disney Plus Marvel things.
I don't know about that, but
it's a podcast. It's all audio. You can imagine whatever you want. Guys, thanks for joining yet again. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click subscribe, notifications, and share it with your friends. We want to continue to build the channel. Don't forget to check out our new Comic Book Day video, which we have just put out, which shows a special giveaway. Why not? Why not? Thanks for joining yet again. And until we see you in the next video, mahalo.